Hi, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce one of the very senior professional engineer from PEI, Lokesh Garg.
As Raza said, my name is Lokesh Garg, and I'm practicing structural engineering and welding consultant on PEI for last 45 years. And just to say, give you the another instruction, I moved from India in 1969 to do my postgraduate studies in University of New Brunswick in Fredericton, New Brunswick, on NRC scholarship in 1969. So it will be 50 years I'm on in Canada, and now in 45 years in PEI. Before that I stayed in Fredericton, and here I worked with two different consultants before. One was Coles Associate and one was Delcom Consultant, where I was partner in the company. But now the Delcom Consultant has been sold to WSP, which is one of the biggest engineering consultant in Canada and abroad. And I work I have a home office from last 20 years, and my company name is Garg Associates Limited, and I just work by myself from my home office, and I hire part-time, sometime engineer and some drafting people to do the work. But I have done since 1976 when I moved from in PEI. I have done lots of big jobs, even when computers were not there. I have done up to 10-story buildings, masonry, steel, timber, and pre-stressed concrete, and of course welding. I am registered CWB welding engineer for steel W47.1, and also for aluminum W47.2. And I have over 10 different companies, 3 different provinces, work as a retained welding engineer and do their shop drawings, stamp their shop drawings and all the kinds of things. I have different aspects of structural engineering. I just do the structural engineering, nothing else. So I'm specialized in structural as well as welding. So those are the two my aspects. So I've been doing lots of bigger jobs, smaller jobs, especially lot of apartment building with parking garage. Now even houses are becoming quite big. So I have quite a big experience. So nothing structurally, and it's also the repair works for the buildings. And I've done lots of bridges also, and I have a contract for last 10 years, certified welding, bridge inspector for under the OSIM, which is the course and the software produced by Stantec. So we are the certified bridge inspector, which we have the contract from the PEI government. We do 36 bridges every year, inspect every year, and then put it on the BMS program, which is programs supplied or produced by Stantec company. So that's my brief introduction and experience. So, and I'm right now just trying to do some work relationship with Raza and see how that progresses. Right now I'm quite 73 years old, so I'm trying to just make some joint venture, and maybe in few years or 3-4 years or whatever, just change the company to Raza completely. So that's the intention is, or the talk is. And also I'm very, very interested in to go and do some real estate development. That's my passion, which I never did. But I think with Raza maybe we can do on that, do some building or some kind of a development, see how it works out. And that's in a nutshell. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Lokesh Garg, giving your brief introduction regarding yourself. So, one of our clients in Toronto, in Sudbury, Ontario, he has awarded us 85 lot project. What do you think that it is? We can give him the services what is required in Ontario in an efficient and cost-effective way. Hopefully you can explain about that.
Oh yeah, I think I can work in Ontario too, and because I have license to practice in 6 different provinces, 4 provinces in Atlantic Canada, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, and I have done work in all the provinces. I have license to practice in Ontario and Alberta too, and I have done quite a bit of work in Alberta as well as in Ontario. I don't have the license to practice in the states, but I have done some work in the state too. One time I designed one guy quite a bit of conveyor system and support system for their gyprock plant, and so I have different kind of work done. But even if you Ontario for the housing projects, there's no problem. We can do a structural design here to suit the building officials requirement in Ontario, which I have another client which we supply the light pole construction they do in the States, but they do supply the light poles all over Canada. So I do their design check and stamp their drawing for Canadian to meet the Canadian code and Canadian officials requirements also. So in Ontario, no problem. Alberta, I have the license to practice. But as far as the structure is concerned, we can handle, or I can handle any kind of projects. So there's no project at all. That's small or big, whatever comes, we can put our head together.
Thank you, Lokesh Garg, for giving us your information. I mean, giving information about yourself and your the services you can give to our client. Thank you very much.